lads. It's time to get it underway, and yeah, I've been. I'm having a new job, so I really didn't have much of a time, but I will try to. I will try to do the things as I mean the best I can. I will really try to do the things the best I can, and this time I will try to go down with last minute picks and predictions. As well as you know, unfortunately, Tony Kelly didn't hit the scale, and I think many more odds are gonna go in the favor of Adrian Yanes. So I do have a feeling this is going to be a great way to go, especially for Adrian Yanes, as I do have a feeling that Adrian Yanes actually might actually pull this out way easier, but I'm hoping this is gonna be a good set of last minute picks and predictions. Kyle Dacos versus Roman Dolidze. Kyle Dacos, side pick Dacos. -245. Then we have Dacos submission. That's something I really like. Dacos submission is +250. But I also like the lead decision. I think Roman is excellent in cage control aspect of the game, but Dacos gave a hard time to Kevin Holland, so it worries me, man. If the Leeds wins, I see a decision as one and only potential way to win is decision. So that's how I see it coming. Again, I'm not saying it has to be that way, but I'm just saying how I see it coming. And then we are going to have the next fight between Darren Wynn and Philip Hawes, and this is gonna be a wrestling fest. That's how I see it, a wrestling fest. I think we're gonna see some high-level wrestling here, and Hawes is the favorite, which is understandable. Hawes to win. If you really wanna risk, like, you can try to bet like fight goes distance, etc. I really expect a good wrestling matchup, but if you really want to risk in this match, but like really risk, then Hawes round 3 sounds like a decent pick to me, as Hawes round 3 is +700. That's pretty much decent. That's pretty much a decent odd. If you ask me, that's pretty much a decent odd, and I do see it as very much fair odd, if you know what I mean. Now the next fight is Cody Stamann versus Eddie Violent. Only Cody Stamann to win makes sense to me. Like that, not even fight goes the distance. Like I put my money on Cody Stamann, so Cody Stamann to win -520. Even Stamann KO TKO is not the greatest value. Like, oh, it is actually. Stamann KO TKO +165. I think I like that. I really think I like that. Stamann KO TKO +165. I think I like that actually. I didn't know it's such a good value on Stamann. How much is Stamann KO TKO round 2? That's like super risky. Stamann KO TKO round 2. KO TKO round 2 +100. Then we're gonna go to the next fight, Gloria De Paula versus Maria Oliveira. Well, I have the greatest dilemma. of this fight, especially because of winning streaks, losing streaks. And fight go the distance is pretty much low level out. I mean, whatever you play in this fight, you'll hardly win. You'll hardly win, as even Paula by decision is minus 115. Hello, UK vid. These odds for this fight are super, super tricky. So, honestly, the trickiest odds I've ever seen, like for this fight. The Paula versus Oliveira. I'm fading this one. Maybe the Paula decision. Minus 115. But whatever I play on this fight, I'm not gonna get plus value, so I'm fading this one. I'm fading this fight. Definitely fading. Not gonna play it. No way. And next fight we got Danny Chavez versus Ricardo Ramos. Another extremely tricky fight to play. Now, if you ask me, not trickier than Gloria de Paula, for example. Don't see it as trickier than Gloria de Paula, but again, Chavez is not an easy guy to deal with. Ramos is tough. I think this is going to be a close combat, and I think these two are gonna stand and trade, no matter what happens. I don't see Ramos knocking him out. If I really must pick a side, straight pick Ramos to win. Maybe minus 260, but sorry. But it's really much questionable. It's really much questionable. Just to share it on Twitter. It's really much questionable, if you ask me. So, yeah, like Ramos' decision, but I see Chavez as a very tough guy, not easy to finish. Chavez is actually a very hard guy to finish. Even Ramos' decision is minus value. I like Ramos' decision, minus 105, and I like Chavez' decision, plus 550. So you see whatever works for you. I'm also fading this fight. I didn't bet on this one, so just giving you my thoughts and my expectations. Again, now we came to, for me, one of the most entertaining battles on the whole card, as Court McGee is going to square off against Jeremiah Wells, a big knockout artist. Yes, I'm sick. Yes, unfortunately, yes, I am. I'm clocking for like 2-3 days in a row. I was working, having new job, so my health is kind of very much rocky. But I hope I'm gonna be better today, tomorrow. Also, I wanna say that this upcoming fight, I like straight pick. No, Corona, just the flu. No, it's not Corona. Corona test is negative. Flu, just the flu. Corona test is negative. I've done Corona tests, so no worries. Next fight. My gear straight, minus 125. You're good, you okay with. McGee decision. I like McGee decision to win. I'll tell you what else I like. McGee decision. Plus 140. And I like Wells KO TKO. Wells is a bomber. He's got bombs inside of his hands, so great value, plus 450. I like those two, but if I must lean aside, I mean, if Jeremiah Wells doesn't knock him out cold early on, it's going to be a problem. So that's how I see. That's how I see that fight going on. If you know what I mean. And yeah, that's how I see it happen. Jasmine Jasudavicius versus Natalia Silva. I bet on Jasudavicius 2-0. Yeah, it's gonna be a wild one, definitely. Handsome lean Enduro, but I didn't bet on that one. I bet on Jasudavicius to win. Jasudavicius decision. I like Jasudavicius decision. Jasudavicius doesn't have, that finishing instinct, that killer instinct, but her control skills are brutally good. So I think Jasudavicius is gonna outwork her opponent plus 105. That's how I see it coming. Sorry, lads. Oh, sorry for this, but my nose is like. I can't leave my fans, you know that very well. I share everything with my fans, good and bad, so we're one big family. That's how I see everything. Also, the next one is going to be Adrian Yanez versus Tony Kelly. I didn't bet on Yanez initially, but when Kelly missed weight, I went and placed a bet on Yanez. So now I placed a bet on Yanez. Yanez to win minus 280. I placed a bet on Yanez lately. So just to know, I didn't bet initially, but as soon as the vein finished, I went to the bookie and placed a bet on Yanez. So I have 3 bets for this one. I had 2, but now I have 3. And that's these are all bets. Of course, I've got one more. Or no, I don't in the main card. No, I didn't bet on any fighter in main card. No, I didn't. No, I only bet on Stamen to win, Jasudavicius to win, and hold on, Stamen, Jasudavicius, and Yanez. They are all preliminary card. Yes. Okay, now I'm gonna go with just a second. Okay. Hey Andre, how are you doing, friend? Uh, hey mate. Also, need to say that for the preliminary card, Rodriguez versus Marques, straight pick Rodriguez. Yeah, I hope for this. I hope Yanez wins. Straight pick Rodriguez. Lions 170. I don't see Marquez winning. Like Rodriguez is just too dominant. I don't see Marquez submitting him, so don't even see the fight going the distance. Rodriguez inside distance. Plus 130. 3-2 for Shevchenko, you? But it could have been 3-2 Santos also, was a very close one. Rodriguez inside the distance, plus 130. Tony Kelly. Will Yanez fight go the distance? Probably not, because his opponent missed weight. So Yanez is not a fan of distance fights, etc. So I don't see that coming. I missed the fight. I see people saying Valentina lost. I was surprised by that. Well, it could have gone either way, to be honest. Was a close fight. I'm not gonna lie. It was a very close fight. Have you seen the fucking storms here? Was a very, very close fight. So there is a chance that Valentina lost. Honestly, I rewatched that fight like 4 or 5 times. I still scored it 3-2 Valentina, but again, there is a possibility. I'm not the best MMA referee. I'm a soccer referee, not MMA referee. So then we got Damiris Magulov versus Guram Kutateladze. Kutateladze to win. plus 145. I already picked a side for Kutateladze. Kutateladze decision, I say. I don't think Kutateladze finishing this guy, but I think he can outwork him. I think he can outpace him. Kutateladze decision plus 350. Hey, Dev, how are you, man? How are you, Dev, dude? How's everything doing, man? I see Kutateladze decision. Sorry, I'm sick, but I'm gonna be better tomorrow, I hope. Kutateladze clean, say. Dura Buckley. I think this is a big trap. This fight looks like a big, big trap as Buckley has a knockout power, Duraev has a knockout power. They are both extremely, extremely dangerous guys. A risky fight for Qatar. Yes, hope you feel better, brother. I was coughing the previous 2-3 days, but I'm feeling better today. I'm still coughing, but I'm better. At least I don't have a temperature anymore. Dura versus Buckley. No distance, minus 200. That's one and only thing that makes sense to me. Like, if you want to play something else, you have to risk. You have to risk with a KO. I both like... yeah, I know what that is. That's awesome. Buckley by KO, Dura straight hedge is a can't-lose situation. I like Buckley KO. Yeah, I'm also nervous for his next fight. Buckley KO, I think it's plus 330, right? Yes. And dominant wrestling, yeah. Duraev KO plus 380. You know why? Because he might KO Merab. Yeah, you're right about Aldo. I'm gonna tell you one thing about Duraev. With Joaquin Buckley, when you're fighting Joaquin Buckley, you must fight, either you're gonna win, either you're gonna lose. You must risk everything you have. So if the fight goes the distance, that's going to be because Buckley let the fight go the distance, if you know what I mean. Submission Duraev. Submission Duraev is also great value. Hello, take no prisoners. How are you doing, man? Think Aldo is a nightmare for Merab. Aldo is a nightmare for everybody. Literally for everybody. Yeah. But for Merab, yes. But again, if the fight goes into championship rounds, that's going to be fun. I mean, that's going to be very, very entertaining if it advances into championship rounds. Merab can survive the onslaught. We've seen that in his fight. Was it against Moraes? Buckley struggled with Razak. Yes, I think Duraev stops him. It's 3 rounds. 3 rounds. Well, if it's 3 rounds, then it's a tricky fight for Merab. If it was 5-rounder, I would give absolute advantage to Merab, but 3 rounds, Damir all day. I think Kutateladze wins. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Ismagulov is a good wrestler, so yeah, it will be tough. Aldo versus Merab. If it's 3-rounder, it's tough. Then I don't know what would I say. If it's 5 rounds, I would give advantage to Merab, but 3 rounds with Aldo, believe me, that is the worst possible matchup. Dominant Muay Thai, good wrestling defense. I hope Merab wins, but it's gonna be hard. Then we've got the next fight, Kevin Holland versus Tim Means. Means is a vet. People are saying that Kevin Holland is a lock. I mean, let's be honest. Kevin Holland had the greatest career during the season of COVID, like in 2020. Now he moved one division down. He's not looking bad. He is longer. But Means wrestling kind of worries me. Yeah, it kind of worries me a bit. Of course, straight pick is going to be Holland, but Means has decent wrestling, decent clinch game, decent cage control, decent top control. That's something that worries me. In the stand-up, Holland should be dominant. Duraev likes to strike a lot before the takedown. It could really hurt him. And I don't know if it's a pattern he can change. Yeah, that's true. We're gonna win 5K with $50 until the last 28 seconds when Yeri submitted Glover. He had Glover's win in my parlay. I don't know what to say, mate. Hopefully Team Means wins. It's risky to allow Holland and his type to progresses. Yes, it's true, but this is a nightmare fight for me. Like, straight pick. Straight pick Holland minus 285, but I didn't bet on this fight, so I didn't bet on this fight. Durev or Buckley? I think I played no distance on that fight, but if I must pick one side, I would pick Durev. If I really must pick one side, I would give advantage to Durev, but that's a very, very risky fight. Yuri was almost out on his feet and he jumped guillotine. I don't know why Glover made such a big mistake. Yuri survived the knockout on the feet. So honestly, I don't know. I don't know why he did it the way he did. It was strange to me too. I don't know what to say. Straight pick Holland. Not him. My worst mistake, I wish I cashed out between the rounds, was cashing out 2.5k but got greedy, thought Glover had it. Her prediction was right about Yuri being champ. Great prediction. Oh, thank you, man. But to be honest, I didn't expect that fight was gonna last for 5 rounds. I was like, Yuri knocks him out early or Glover submits him. I mean, I said not going the distance, but when it went into round 5, I was like, Yuri is going to lose, man. I started worrying in championship rounds. Because I know that Glover got used to 5 rounds and Yuri didn't get used to 5 rounds. And that worried me, honestly. Because I know who is Glover. Glover can fight for 5 rounds. I didn't know that Yuri has such a good cardio. Glover was gonna win by decision. I think he was up on the scorecards. I think he was up because of that knockdown. I scored that fight 2-2. I scored that Glover Yuri. I scored 2-2. And Glover had a knockdown, so I think he was up on the scorecards. But I'm not sure though, but I think he was up. Would you rather see Yuri Blaovic or Yuri Glover 2? Yuri Glover 2, absolutely. Because Yuri Blaovic, I think that fight wouldn't last for much. Glover deserves a rematch. 100% deserves. Yeah, Glover deserves the rematch. 100% he deserved it. Cerrone versus Luzon. Cerrone straight. Minus 165. Or fight starts round 3. I like. But Luzon can win. I mean, Cerrone is on a downfall, so fight starts round 3. Plus 100. Yeah, I've seen he was pissed. Hello, James. How are you? Oh, title defenses. How are you feeling? I'm feeling better, but I'm a bit sick. I have Kutateladze, Dakaus, okay, Buckley and Qatar. I don't think both Georgians will lose in the same night. Well, I would say the same. I mean, if the Lidze wins, it can only be decision. Nothing else. Like Dakaus, I think he is well-rounded, but I think Kutateladze has very, very, very decent chances in this fight. I even give him 55%. So, hope Max wins. I'm worried he may get stopped next time. Anybody can get stopped. You see how crazy this time is. You see what happens now, how crazy times we have. Anything can happen, literally. I understand that anything can happen. I agree with Kutateladze, Dakaus, and Qatar. Oh, I forgot to tell you, Qatar is my straight pick. Sorry, Qatar to win, minus 235. I think it's minus 235, right? I pick Qatar to win. No, minus 230, but okay, my mistake. It used to be minus 235. How much is Qatar decision? Plus 130. Hello there. You got Cowboy tomorrow? Yeah, I do. I got Cowboy tomorrow. I'm gonna be pissed if he loses. You will see that. Because, yes, the third thing when I'm nervous is when Cowboy loses. So, but I think Cowboy fight is 50-50. So, Violent or Stamen? Stamen. I bet on Stamen. I'm gonna tell you, my bets are Josudevicius, Stamen, and I placed Yanis an hour ago when I've seen that Kelly didn't pass the scale. Then I said to myself, okay, if you didn't hit the scale, then I have to bet against you. Like Giannis doesn't like to go the distance. He likes to knock people out. So Giannis has to knock him out early. We all know that. Giannis has to knock him out early. But I didn't initially bet on Giannis, just to know. When his opponent missed weight, I said to myself, okay, if you missed weight, Giannis decision. Ooh. It is possible, but it's very big odd. How much is odd on Giannis decision, Dev? Let me check how much is the odd. I mean, I don't know how much is the odd on Giannis decision, but it's probably a gigantic odd. Giannis decision. Plus 175. Only? Whoa. Darko's decision. It's also possible. I don't get these bookies. Like, Giannis decisions should be at least plus 300 or something like that, so... See a lot of decisions. Me too. I agree with everything you wrote. I mean, with majority of things you wrote there, but like, I don't get these bookies. I mean, let's be honest. Why are these odds? Why it's only plus 175 on Giannis decision? Does it make sense to you? Because to me, it absolutely makes no sense. Giannis decisions should be at least plus 300, if you ask me. Tony Kelly hasn't been knocked out. Yes, I know. I know Tony Kelly hasn't been knocked out, but Tony Kelly missed the scale and he didn't look good at the weigh-in. That's why I see a potential opportunity of a knockout. Darkhouse, Hoz. Cowboy, Giannis, De Paula, Qatar, all decisions. Holland decision. That's very likely. Qatar decision, yes. De Paula never knocks people out. Makes sense. Hoz win gonna be a wrestling slugfest. Darkhouse decision. Well, the leads is excellent in cage control. That's gonna be a hard decision win for Darkhouse if he wins via decision. Cowboy plus 175 is a good bet, Giannis. Yes, it's a good bet, but I was thinking the odds should have been at least plus 300. I think Wayne missed, but since Kelly missed, might be TKO for Giannis. Exactly, I told you, I didn't bet on Giannis until Kelly missed weight. Then I went to my bookie and placed a bet on Giannis. Because I planned to bet only on Jezudevicius and Cody Stamen. I only planned these two bets. So when Kelly missed weight, I was like, okay, you missed weight. Okay, I mean, it was 137.5. It's not like 136.5. And let's be honest, Kelly didn't look the greatest at the weigh-in. He was wobbling. He was like, I like Cody for a submission round 2. I like Cody to finish round 2. I like Cody finish round 2. How much is Cody to finish round 2? Cody wins round 2. How much is that odd? I think I said the same. Cody. Plus 700. Plus 700 is excellent odd for your pick. Stamen. Hello, Niall. How are you doing? Wells round 1. Very likely. Still sticking with Guram. Yes, I didn't change that pick. I didn't bet on that fight though, but I didn't change that pick. Hello, Niall. My bookie plus 700. You're having a great bookie. Mine is only plus 550. PFL later. I'm not going to air it, but I made predictions. Yes, PFL kicks off later. I like the mirror a lot, bro. I understand you, man. I understand that you love the mirror a lot. that you like Damir a lot. He has great wrestling, but Kutateladze defeated Gamrot. I was like, whoa. It was Mateusz Gamrot. It was not like it's the former KSW champ. Any good underdogs for PFL? I'm gonna tell you now. I made bets, but I'm going to tell you. Hold on. Just 1 second. Hold on. I'm watching. Just a second. I'm gonna write it to you. All right, there you go. Which are okay underdogs to me. Where are you? There you go now. Hey Josh, how are you, man? Any good underdogs? On a short notice, he fought a good fight with Gamrot. He fought a great fight with Gamrot. I like Gamrot. I think Gamrot is way better fighter than Damir. Me too. Jirka, absolutely, Jirka is the king. Jirka is the king. I told you that guy was gonna be the champion. No props now. I mean, you're following this channel for like very very long period of time. So thank you for the support, man. Thank you so much to all of you. You rock with your support, lads. So it's always great. It's always great to have such a great level of support from such a great community, and that's something that pretty much motivates me to push forward, to fight harder, and I think I'm just gonna keep fighting way harder. Just I had to. All right, that fight was the best 205 fight I've ever seen. I'm backing you up with that, Josh. I think I just think it should have gone the distance because both nobody deserved to lose. I was sorry when I've seen. I bet on Jirka, but I was sorry when I've seen that Glover lost the fight because that's the best 205 bout I have ever seen too. That was the best 205 bout ever. That was really the best 205 pound. Hello, Real News MMA. Hope all is well. What do you guys think of Silva versus Jezudevic? Jezudevic was to win potentially decision. You? Oh. I actually bet on Jezudevic, but I'm a big fan of hers. Yuri, the last samurai. Yuri is the emperor. 7,000 people went to parade. That was awesome, yeah. Yeah. Yuri is the emperor. Yuri is the king now. They are going to celebrate him all around the Czech Republic, and I'm glad because that happened because that guy deserved it. He absolutely deserved it. I mean, whatever we say, that was the best 205 pound bout the world has ever seen. Like, it was better than John Jones fights. It was better than many of the John Jones fights. And I'm sorry, I didn't have much of a time. I got new jobs, so thanks. Here, John Jones. That would be the great fight, but John Jones is a heavyweight right now. So I can't stream like I used to stream because I've got a new job. So it's like, it's okay. I mean, it's okay, but Cowboy Malox are 14-0 last three cards. You're awesome, man. 20-0 Saturday. Way to go, man. Way to go. It means you know a lot about MMA. That's awesome. 28 seconds was left. Stupid mistakes by Glover. Yeah, I agree. I think Glover was up in round 5. I scored it 2-2, so I rewatched the fight. I don't even know how he finished Glover with that choke. That's awesome, Dev. I mean, that's really awesome. If your locks are so successful, it means that you're doing a wonderful, wonderful job. It means you know a lot about MMA. That's awesome. That is really, really awesome, man. Oh, thank you, man. Thank you so much. I'm so glad. We're having the support of this channel so much. Also, I mean, you know what was the worst last time? I bet on Yiri KO TKO. I made a mistake when it was the straight pick. People asked me straight pick. I said Yiri. I wasn't confident, and then I placed a bet on Yiri KO TKO. it was risky. So sad that Zabit retired. Yeah, it is. Not sure. Thinking about Fade in the Canadian, honestly. Silla by decision or submission, I'm not sure. But Jasmine by decision, I can also see. I think Jasmine decision. Jasmine doesn't have killer instinct. I mean, I've interviewed Jasmine on many occasions, and there are many things I know about her. She doesn't have the killer instinct, but she can take a beating. Her cage control is excellent. She comes out of freestyle wrestling, great ground game, huge cat lover. So I think she's also moving like a cat. She improved her movement, but she's better ground fighter than she's way better ground fighter than she's way better ground fighter than a stand-up fighter. So Liana was in a swimsuit on her IG. She looked incredible. Really? I haven't seen that. That's awesome, man. That is really awesome. I'm so glad. I'm so glad all those things are letting you have fun. I'm glad at least you are having fun, my lovely fans. So that's something that pretty much impresses me. I'm glad that people are having fun, and the number of my TikTok followers is growing. That's also something that inspires me. When I kicked off the TikTok, I wasn't expecting much, but it seems the number of my followers is growing rapidly. So, oh, thank you, man. You rock. You rock, man. Let's go, Georgia. Let's go, Georgia. Thank you, Take No Prisoners. Man, you could have won like the greatest bet. Thank you, man. Let's hope for Kutateladze to win. Let's go, Kutateladze. I hope Kutateladze to win. Yeah, Georgia, yeah. I hope Kutateladze is going to win this fight, honestly. He is, believe it or not, now believe it or not, Kutateladze is the only underdog I've picked on this card. Yeah, so sad, man. I only picked one underdog on this card, and that's Guram, which is not normal for a guy like me. Kutateladze must win. Yes, to me, Gamrot is a better fighter than Ismagulov. Gamrot is a former KSW champ. And Kutateladze took that bout on a short notice, and to be honest, I didn't pick Kutateladze to win. But the only reason, it was not because I'm against him. I'm gonna tell you, the only reason, it was not because he was a KSW champ. The only reason was accepting the fight on a short notice. That was one and only reason. Because I knew that if you cut so many pounds on a short notice, you're gonna be drained. And when I remember that fight, I've seen Kutateladze slowing down in round 3. I've seen him slowing down. And I was like, why is he slowing down? Then I remembered, oh, hell, the guy accepted the fight on a short notice. And it made sense. It makes sense. I only got one dog too, bro. Wells. Only one. I always have 3 or 4 underdogs. This is not... What the hell is happening, man? Everybody picking all the favorites. That's not normal. Dev, you always pick three or four underdogs like me, right? I know that you usually pick at least 3 or 4, so his volume isn't much, but he hits like a truck. Hopefully he's gonna fight a smart fight and won't let Damir to score too much. He must win by KO. I always have dogs too, bro. Yeah, that's why I'm asking you. I only have one underdog, and that's Guram. I hope Guram is going to win too. Yeah, I'm just telling you, in that fight against Gamrot, it makes sense that slowing down made sense because he accepted on short notice. But I was thinking like, can Maria Oliveira win the fight? Is her best chance to grapple offensively? Yes. That's her only chance. Yes, Qatar lock, agree. ABC try Joe Biden. It's a favorite card. Maria Oliveira can only grapple offensively. That's her best route to win. Yes, Grayson, yes. His volume isn't much. You're right about Kutateladze, but he's strong, man. Like, he survived Gamrot for 3 rounds. Do you know what it means to survive Mateusz Gamrot? It's like he was knocking people out in KSW. He was out wrestling them, and Guram was literally, for the first 2 rounds, Guram was throwing him all over the octagon. I was like, that man is strong. His wrestling is brutally good. This time he's not accepting on short notice. He looked okay at the veins, so I don't see Ismagulov as a better fighter than Kutateladze. Or I don't see Ismagulov as a better fighter than Gamrot too. Can't go against Qatar after his beautiful performance against Chikadze. What a beatdown. Yeah, true, man. I scored it 49-46 for Qatar, but Qatar's cardio is brutal, man. Emmet can hit hard, but Qatar can take a damage. Have you seen how much beating, how much barraging he took against, was it Max Holloway? Max Holloway, Calvin Qatar. It was 5 round, right? Or was it someone else? Was it Max Holloway? I think he won, but Qatar was like, after the end of round 5, he was like, okay, I can fight more. Dr. Anthony Fauci, yes, bro. Hey, Josh. Yeah, his chin is the best. Yeah, his chin is brutal. I don't see how Emmett gonna finish him when Giga was unable to finish. All right, Emmett hits hard. He has excellent wrestling. Max, yes. But how is he gonna win? He took a lot from Giga too. Yeah, and it was. I said it's either gonna be Giga KO TKO, or either it's gonna be Qatar decision. Because first 2 rounds, Giga landed a lot of violent shots, and Qatar was like, okay, so what? Last year, Max demolished Qatar. Does anyone know if Buckley have the dust guy in his corner again? I don't know. I don't know whether he has the dust guy in his corner again. Not sure. Honestly, don't know what's gonna happen. That Buckley fight is so tricky. Max going to get his belt back. That's interesting theory. I would like to see another Max versus Holloway. Max versus Volk. Glad it's that guy. Thank you, Josh, for the compliment. He almost finished him in the 5th round, remember? Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I remember like it was yesterday. Almost. But almost. No, some fighters have the amazing ability to recover and recuperate, and some fighters are like, some fighters are like zombies. Literally, they are like zombies. Max versus Volk 3 is booked. Yes, I know. I'm looking forward to it. If you ask me who's gonna win that fight, I'm gonna tell you I got no fucking idea. I can just go for a lucky pick, Volkanovski. But this is lucky pick, like 50-50 fight. John Morgan says you couldn't beat him in a food eating contest. He is right. I don't eat too much, so he's right about that. Volk is being so active, man. Can't go against him. Listen, if I must pick a side, I'm saying Volkanovski. But if you ask me how much percentage am I giving to him, maybe 51, 52, maybe. Can't write Max out. I mean, both of their fights were like amazing wars, but have you seen that fight against Brian Ortega? Brian Ortega was holding him into a guillotine. Volkanovski didn't want to tap, and Ortega just let go. Blessed. Yes, blessed. Ortega had to let go. I was like, what the heck, man? What the heck is going on? What the heck was going on, man? He didn't want to let go, and in the end, Ortega lost all the power and he had to let go. You remember that? I think Judge is gonna side with Max this time. Where is the fight gonna be? Is it in the USA this time or some other location? I would like to see Judges on Max side because their second fight, I think Max could have been damaged. I think Judges may have damaged Max in their second fight. Volk is way more improved, and Yair could have even won the Holloway fight. It was that close. Yair Holloway was a great fight, but Yair improved himself a lot too. You know, it used to be a Taekwondo Yair in the early stages of his career. Now you got all-round Yair, all-round angle creation, change, great stand-up, even great wrestling. Yair also has great wrestling now. I was very surprised when I seen his wrestling. His wrestling was excellent. Need to say his wrestling was brutally good. But Volk has improved himself, that's true. I don't think Giga be able to beat Yair. Yair was really good. This version of Yair is extremely good. You know, I haven't seen Yair with such a good clinch game and wrestling. I mean, he comes from Taekwondo and Muay Thai, but he is way more improved now. Honestly, I don't know who's gonna be Giga's next opponent. Have few options in my mind though, but I wonder what is UFC gonna choose. I'm really wondering who could be his next opponent. Giga versus Movsar live. Sounds great. Hopefully not a wrestler. I don't think. Yeah, I also hope it's not gonna be a wrestler. Movsar. That guy could be the champ in the future, really. He improved his striking significantly. Evlev wrestles and strikes. Yeah, the guy improved his striking significantly. You're right about that, lads. He improved himself way, way too much. Movsar and Topuria can't sell the fight with all the trash talk. Let me ask you an honest question. What do you think about Movsar versus Topuria? What do you think about if that fight ever takes place? I doubt UFC will allow it, but there is a similarity in fighting style. Can they sell it? If it ever happens, when the fight is set, that's something completely different. When the fight takes place, it's different. For me, the fight is taking place when both fighters hit the scale and when it gets underway. I think Topuria's stand-up is better and it's gonna be a standing fight. Well, that's the only way to defeat Evlev. Like in a stand-up war, like with wrestling, he's dominant. Who do you see as the future of 145? Hmm. I don't know whether Topuria plans to stay at 145, but it's either gonna be Evlev or Topuria. Yair gonna stay at the top, but I don't see him being the champ. I don't know whether Topuria plans to stay at 145 though. I don't know what's gonna be with Movsar though. Is he planning to move a division up or not? But that Ige fight was brutal. That Ige fight was brutal. I haven't expected. Best bet. Uh, I placed on Jazutevicius, Stamen, and Adrian Yanez. This is my bet. Like, from underdogs, I only have Kutateladze to win, so. Who do you see as the future 145? Yeah, potentially Evlov or Topuria if he stays, of course. I don't know whether he changed weight class once. You remember that he cruised 10 pounds north. You remember that he cruised 10 pounds north to fight Jai Herbert. It was also knockout stoppage. Sorry. I'm still sick, but I hope I will be better tomorrow. I'm just coughing. It's just a flu. My COVID test is negative, so no worries. Uh, yeah, makes sense. Absolutely makes sense. Also, about division kings. Yeah, who's gonna be a division king? That's a good question. Well, do you think a flyweight could beat up a heavyweight? Hardly. Only if a heavyweight knows nothing. I've seen some examples. Some guys were playing at UFC Undisputed and other video games like flyweight versus heavyweight. That's interesting. I think one guy defeated Stefan Struve with Charlie Valencia, right? But that's interesting, that's interesting theory. Only if heavyweight knows nothing. If flyweight is a top-notch wrestler, maybe if he takes him down, and if a heavyweight guy knows nothing, then maybe we might see some chance for. Then maybe we might see some chance for the flyweight guy. I'm just saying we might give the chance to. Just saying we might, but I'm not saying we are going to give it. I'm just saying we might give a chance to him. Only if he is like way more dominant. But it would be hard. It would be very, very hard as you know how strong these guys can be. Only the strength would be a dominant factor, and the flyweight would have to drag the fight to the ground, which is not an easy mission. This is absolutely not an easy mission against a heavyweight. Like, first of all, it's not easy to drag heavyweight down to the ground. They are stronger they are stronger right off the bat. So, if you know what I mean by that. But I actually like that theory. I like that theory, Josh Rahon. I really like that theory, and I honestly think that the theory could make sense. True. I really much like that. And I have to give a massive shout out to my friend Range too. I hope Nora is enjoying her gift. I had to send her a gift, Nora, Nora is a great kiddo. She's always saying, Sweetie, who is your favorite capper? Is it me, Sweetie? No, Daddy, it's not you. It's Vlad. No, Daddy, it's not you. It's Vlad. Yeah, that's awesome. They're just awesome, such a level of respect. We really need such a level of respect. So that's something I always get from my lovely diehard fans, and that's awesome. They're just awesome. I've got nothing but the best words for that guy Range. Nothing but the best words for that guy Range. I really love the guy. He's awesome. He's just awesome, and Range boy rocks. I'm always glad to know that it's gonna be a great cooperation with him in the future, and I'm also glad to see his channel growing. Ramji Boy is growing. I can't say he was waiting for a moment to explode, and I'm very glad his channel exploded because he deserves everything here, and I mean he deserves. The guy is dedicated. The guy is following all us, every single predictor. It's awesome. It's just awesome. He's giving us exposure. Even if you're a low level predictor, MG Boy is going to give you exposure, which is that kind of respect is brutal. Tsarukian versus Gamrot. I picked Tsarukian, but it's gonna be hard. It's hard fight, honestly, for Tsarukian. This might be the greatest challenge of his career, though. I think Maria Oliveira can win 25% of the time or more. I think she can win 35 to 40% of time. What a fight. That's awesome fight, you're right. Yeah, thank you, Doug. That's awesome fight, you're right. That's absolutely awesome fight. Something I really, really like to see. Something I really want to see in the first place. I want to see that. I want that fight so badly. You don't even know how badly I want. Saruki and Gamrot gonna be a hard one, especially considering the fight is gonna last for 5 rounds. If it was a three rounder, I would be confident in Saruki winning. But when people tell me it's a 5 rounder, then my opinion is, man, it's gonna be a hard fight to choose. I initially picked Sarukian because I thought it was 3 rounder. Then my fans started writing, Vlad, it's 5 round. I was like, 5 round? That's a problem. That's a big problem for Arman. That's gonna be a massive problem for Arman because 5 rounder is like not easy. It's not gonna be easy one. Definitely not gonna be an easy one. Tricky fight for both sides, if you know what I mean. Tricky fight, and I don't even know how hard it's gonna be, man. Like Arman is an emperor for 3 round fights, but 5 rounders, Gamrot got used to it. Gamrot is a master of 5 rounders, so I do like I do like to say what a fight. I'd heavily agree with Take No Prisoners. Definitely agree with you, man. You're like that fight. Sorry, because one of those guys has to lose. They're gonna give us a great fight. Don't expect stoppages, expect 5 rounds of war. Gamrot is not an easy guy to finish. Tsarukin survived Islam Makhachev. He even wrestled Makhachev. Wow, what a fight that was. He even, I think he slammed Makhachev once, right? Arman Tsarukin. He slammed Makhachev once, if I remember well. He even threw him on the ground on many occasions. That was a great night. It was Makhachev's hardest fight. Yeah, he barely won that one. I scored it 2-1 for Makhachev though. I gave 1 round to Tsarukian, but I scored it 2-1, but honestly could have gone either way. Tsarukian is born in Georgia. Yes, I know. He's Armenian but was born in Georgia. Oh, every single guy who comes from Georgia is strong. I don't know. Maybe it's something in genetic code. Maybe you have something in your genetic code. But every single fighter from Georgia is strong. Every single fighter who came into UFC from Georgia, he was very strong. I mean, let's whoever we mention. Have you ever seen a weak Georgian fighter? Because I haven't. Like all of your fighters can hit numerous shots. Like like you're having extraterrestrial chins, literally. Majority of your fighters. It's hard to finish Georgian fighters. Very hard. I'm also talking about not only UFC. I'm talking about minor promotions too. Toughness is, I think, your trademark. I'm a little disappointed with Late Delita's performance. Yes, I know. Since he dropped to 185, he is different. At 205, he was stronger. I don't know. Maybe he's cutting too many pounds. Just like when you said that Giga is cutting. When you said that he's cutting from 190 to 145, I was like, what? And you said that he was cutting from 190. I mean, my walking weight is around 180, 185. My walking weight. When you said that Giga is cutting to 145, I was like, man, if you can cut 45 pounds, what are you made of, man? Giga is not a fat guy. He looks normal. It's not Paddy Pimblet, you know. Paddy Pimblet can cut tons of weight because he's Paddy the fatty, you know. But Giga is not the fat. Giga is not fat at all, man. He looks normal. When you take a look at Giga, even in the off season, he looks normal. He doesn't look too fat. I don't know how he cuts so many pounds. Yeah, like the leads when he was cutting to 205, that was looked way more dominant. But now, like he's guessing a lot. Maybe that weight cut is too much for him. Who knows? Yeah, could have been too much of a weight cut. Tomorrow we will be live. Yes, absolutely. Yes. I was sick for like 2 3 days, but I'm having another job, so I got new job, so I had to work and I was sick. It was like, but okay, I had to hang around with the boys at least 1 hour today because I miss you guys. You know, a day without fans, it's a boring day. But sometimes I have too many obligations. It's not like these are the worst days for me. But even when I go vacation, I like to stream at least a bit. You know, like training with the fans, everything I do with the fans, it's the best. Miss Vlad, I understand, man. I miss you. I miss you a lot. Miss you a lot. I like to hang around with the boys, honestly, whenever I have time. But also, you need to know that I got more meds. I just want to tell you. I forgot to tell you that you asked about my health. Now I'm gonna give you the update. I've got one med for mood, for better mood. That's what I told you. I got one med for better sleeping, and I've got something, we call it antipsychotics to stop hallucinations. So that's something I forgot to tell you. So please, sorry, I'm forgetting a lot lately because of those sleeping pills, etc. So just to tell you, I got a med that prevents hallucinations, and I hope those hallucinations are gonna stop. I need to be normal again because of you. Not like I don't care much about myself. I care about my fans. I'm feeling better. I was having hallucinations earlier, like every second day, every third day. Now I'm having them every 10, 15 days. It's better. I'm looking more relaxed. I'm not that anxious like I used to be, but the problem is that's what my doctor told me, that my body defends from stress via those hallucinations. It's something, psychiatry is like hard for me. I'm still trying to understand, but he told me that my body defends from stress via hallucinations, and it needs to be it needs to be stopped. And now they're giving me some kind of meds that are prohibiting those hallucinations. Then after that, I'm going to go with some. I believe they're going to send me to psychotherapies or something like that. Not sure though. That's what they plan, but they need to see how these pills are gonna act. But the point is, hallucinations only happen when I'm not outside, when I'm somewhere inside. If it's crowdy or so they are telling that my body or my brain defends that way. But we'll see. I mean, I'm feeling better. I'm not gonna lie. I'm feeling better. I'm happier. I'm changing federation. I'm gonna be the referee in some other county because I had to change something in my life, and I think this is a positive change. Like these are only positive stresses, positive changes. That's okay. It's not a shame. I mean, I'm feeling okay actually. But the greatest mistake was because 5, 6, 7 years ago, I refused to visit a doctor. Are there any paranoid hallucinations? It depends. It depends. Sometimes I had many. No, it's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much for understanding. I know you're a great fan of mine. Um, can be paranoid and doesn't have to be. For example, once I've seen that a picture wants to slice me out. That's what I've seen. Like picture split in two. I wanted to slice me out. If like you know what I mean. No shame in it. That's what I've seen once, but I've seen many. Like the problem is I don't remember every single of them. That's a problem. I remember only some of them. But it can be creepy and it can be like an object that doesn't exist. It can be creepy and it doesn't have to be creepy. It can be paranoid and doesn't have to be. And it's usually something I don't think about. For example, I'm going to give you an example. For example, once I've seen a car and I never think about cars. So you know what? Like if it's a hallucination of an MMA fighter, I'm talking all day about MMA. No, it's something. It's something I've never seen. It's something I have never talked about. It's no those kind of stuff. So, but I'm feeling better right now. Like once in 10 days is okay. Believe me, it's okay. Way more better. It's way more better, and yeah, can be paranoid and doesn't have to be paranoid. It depends. Really much depends. They're also telling me like 2, 3, 4 months, and I should feel way better. But I'm already feeling better, which is good. And I need to deal with this. I'm going to do it because of you, because you are my greatest support. Even when nobody supported me, my fans did. So I'm very grateful to you. Yeah, I'm very grateful to you, and I like the fact that you're such a supportive guys. Like this is modern world, things happen. Things happen. We just need to accept it. It's the way it is. If you talk about it, my doctor says if you talk about it, you're gonna feel better. It's gonna be easier for you, and it's awesome because I have a crowd, I have the audience. I can talk in front of the people, and people are full of understanding, which is like it's a different culture. Like in the USA, Canada, UK, those things are normal. We get well, man. Most important is you took it to specialist and seeking proper treatment. Yeah. I'm seeking proper treatment, but those those meds for anti hallucinations, those meds against hallucinations, I'm kicking off that treatment on Monday because I talked to the doctor and she said, "Are you working Saturday?" I said, "Yes." She was like, "No, you're kicking off from Monday." I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "You mustn't kick off earlier because you won't be able to work. You must keep it on Saturday." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." The Bulgarian cowboy is a man of the people. Oh yeah, I'm always trying to be the man of the people, and I'm really, really, really trying to be the man of the people. I'm really trying to be here for all my fans, but I have some periods when I'm pretty much off. Sometimes I turn my phone off for like 3, 4, 5 hours. I have those periods, but that's just me. Sometimes I respond right off the bat, but sometimes I turn off my phone for like 3, 4 hours. I disappear in the nature, but that's just me. That's just me. We're all humans. So, all right, guys. Right now, yeah, it's normal. It's normal. Yeah, completely normal. Sometimes I respond right off the bat. For example, sometimes I check email, literally respond instantly, and sometimes I forget to check my email for 2, 3 days. It's like people ask what happened. I'm like, I forgot. They're like, you forgot. Sometimes, for example, I even forget to take a breakfast in the morning. I even forget those kind of things right now. And around noon, maybe or 2 p.m., I'm like, oh man, I forgot to eat. My coach criticized me a few times because of that. He was like, "Vlad, how could you forget to eat?" Uh, well, because I forgot. I've sent you email. You sent me. Okay, let me check. Okay, I will respond to you. Hold on. I will respond via email. What? What is the problem with this? Hold on. What? Didn't hit the scale, then I have to bet against you. Like Giannis doesn't like to go the distance. He likes to knock people out. So Giannis. Yeah, I'm checking. Hold on. Hold on. Didn't hit the scale, then I have to bet against you. Like. Okay, I'm checking. I'm checking. Hold on. That's some program you used. I just need to find. Okay, I'm going. Let me see. Okay. Hold on. Just stay on the chat, please. I'm checking. Didn't hit the scale, then I have to bet against you. Like. Giannis doesn't like to go the distance. Okay, I'm responding. What? What? Trying to respond. What the heck? Hold on. Sorry, my PC is lagging. I think I responded you. Tell me whether I responded. It's a 14 fight parlay, 7 is already. I responded to you in the email. Did you get the email? I responded. How is it going? It's going great. How are you going? Did I respond you to email or not? Take no prisoners. It says I responded. Says I responded. I hope I responded. I just don't want it to be like I forgot. So got it. Okay. Thank you. About a Lawler sounds like. Yeah, no problem. But the greatest risk for me is that. But again, this is just my opinion. You don't have to follow the piece of advice. That's just my opinion. Would I do it? Yes, absolutely yes. It's like scared about Robbie Lawler fight, honestly. I'm very much scared about Robbie Lawler fight. And also Qatar Emmet, Qatar pick. Yeah. Last performance of Barbarenga was good, huh? It was not good, man, but you know what scares me with Robbie Lawler? Robbie Lawler is how much? 38, 39. He is a demolition magician guy, but I don't know, man. I mean, he still has it, but that loss to Askren, since he lost to Askren, I'm very much scared of doing anything on Robbie Lawler. Maybe that's just my paranoia. Cowboy versus Luzon. I hope Cowboy to win, but my prediction is fight starts round 3. No, it was not good performance of Barbarenga, but listen, if Robbie fights the way he fights normally, he's gonna win, but I'm scared about that fight, honestly. Very, very scared. But okay, I mean, Lawler can win, absolutely. He can win. And I'm not. I'm the least scared about Calvin Qatar. I think Qatar can survive Josh Emmett. I really think Qatar should win that one. Losing to Askren was embarrassing. Yeah, I was like, a Lawler wins. I gave him like 90%. I knew Askren was gonna wrestle, and I said to myself, okay, if Lawler keeps the fight standing, he's gonna win. Lawler slams him right off the bat, batters him, and instead of getting up, keeping the fight on the feet, what did he do? He fights on the ground with Askren. I'm like, what are you doing, man? Do you remember? I don't know whether you remember, but I was like, what are you doing, man? I was working for one outlet back then, and I was like, what are you doing, man? What's wrong with you? That's what I was literally talking, what's wrong with you, man? Why are you fighting with a wrestler on the ground? I was like giving Robbie Lawler 90% to win that fight. But since then, I'm afraid of everything related to Lawler. And I'm glad because he defeated Nick Diaz. I mean, Robbie is still having muscles. Robbie is still having good stamina, good cardio. He's still okay, but I'm scared. I'm scared since that loss. Because I was literally super confident on Robbie to win. And then out of nowhere, that Bulldog choke. Nobody could have seen that. Even after that slam, man, he was battering, and I don't know how Askren survived that. I honestly don't know. Okay, Robbie made a mistake for fighting Askren on the ground. But it is what it is. I mean, sometimes the fight IQ works against you, unfortunately. Lawler is so strong guy, such a great fighter. So many great bouts behind him, and that loss to Askren, it's like putting a shade on his whole career, unfortunately. That's the way it is. All right, guys, I need to go now. Need to get well for tomorrow, just to know. So, bow to everybody. Thank you so much for staying with me. Thank you, Take No Prisoners, for the yeah, with Diaz he looked amazingly. Thank you for the super chat for the dono. And tomorrow I'm going live for the whole card. Yeah, I need to get some rest. I need to stop coughing, man. It's like, but I'm feeling better now. So, bow to everybody. Robbie, Brian Barbarena. I think he should win, but I'm a bit scared, honestly. But let's hope he will. All right. Night, night, everyone, and catch you tomorrow. Thank you so much. Tonight, I have a premiere of CJ's next fight. It's gonna be against Minotauro Nogueira, so enjoy. And tomorrow you will have soccer kick tutorial. How to perform a perfect soccer kick.